Alrighty guys, it is now the next day and the portable power station came in and I am excited. I have been waiting for a while to go ahead and save up and get this thing. Yes, it is the Bluetti AC200P, the 2000 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery bank with a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter and more power ports and everything like that than you can shake a stick at. So, yeah. I'm pretty excited. I've been wanting this thing for a while, so let's just go ahead and just start cutting into this thing, man. I'm ready, dude. Let's full disclosure, I have not gotten into this yet. I am opening it up as we just as we see this right now, but I have watched so many unboxing videos online that I pretty much already know what to expect. I got the standard 2-year warranty I'm gonna get. And this is not a product placement. I wish I was sponsored by these guys. Monster, if you want to sponsor me, hit me up. Bag of goodies. Some with all the charging cables. Oh yeah, a lot of charging cables. So I've got the standard power brick adapter. I've got the XD60 to MC4 connector adapter, 12 volt to XD60 adapter, and of course the aviation 2-prong aviation plug to XD60 adapter as well. So pretty cool. And they also give me a little kind of a cool little strap there to keep everything together. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, that's one. I already know about this behemoth. This thing is the size of a damn brick. It really gives a new name to power brick. Yeah, so this one charges at 58.7 volts. Right there at 7 amps. So 411.6 watts. It's got a little green and red LED in there, red for when it's charging, green for when it's charged. But in addition to that, I've also got floating around here somewhere, I gotta find it again, one of those little variable voltage power delivery devices that, once again, a good YouTuber turned me on to. I said turned on. Anyways, Hobotech, love his channel, got his variable power output, and that is gonna do wonders for helping to even increase charging on this thing. So, all right. Lord have mercy. That is sexy. It's gonna be a naughty girl. Oh crap, this is heavy. Of course, I didn't expect it to be light. And oh boy, mamma mia. Oh. I'm having dirty thoughts with this one. Oh, guys, this is so awesome. Holy crap. It is so freaking nice. It is heavy, dude. All right, well here, let's come in closer and take a little better look. This is literally the first time I've been gonna power this thing on, but it's got the 25 amp output, and this is the big one that I wanted for. One of the biggest reasons that I wanted to get this is because it's got this 25 amp 12 volt output, so I can wire this into a fuse box. You can see me in there. So I can wire this into a fuse box. That's so nice. All right, let's try it. All right, power it on. Bluetti initializing, and it's currently at 63%. Alrighty, I can do that. I can take that. So this thing has so many features on here, it is ridiculous. You can turn the AC outputs on and off, AC outputs on, DC outputs on, perfect. Go down to the settings. One thing that I see a lot of people have a lot of trouble with this thing is that they always forget to turn it from the DC input source, because it comes from the factory on car you want to go to PV, which is a photovoltaic. That's going to allow you to actually go ahead and put in the full amount of volts that this thing's going to need to charge, and not just do the little dinky 12 volt. Eco mode, we're going to turn that off for now. Language setting English, buzzer sound, we'll leave it on for right now. Still thinks it's 2020. Okay, reset that. Oh, yes I can. Oh, no, maybe not. Interesting. Okay, good there. Next, got it. Okay. Back, data, product info, inverter charger info, BMS management. Ooh, she's pretty. PV charge, EC output. So this thing has so much, even all the individual cells I can look up on it. Man, fault history, nothing yet. Back, and you can actually look up all the fault codes for this thing. And I know some people don't like this. They think that that's way too much information. Ooh, man, I hope I look good on camera this close. Some people think that that's way too much information. Not me. I love information. The more you can feed me, the better. It's the less that you can hide from me, too. So, I love this. Let's start playing with it some more, shall we? Now we have the AC200P up on the workbench, and let's go ahead and test it out for charging, okay? So I've got two different things that I can use to charge this right now. I've got the actual AC power brick that they come with, and that runs at 58.7 volts at 7 amps. So about 380 watts, I believe it is. Then in addition to that, right here, I actually have that variable voltage output that I got from Hobotech. Make sure to check his channel out if you haven't seen him. I got all these ideas from him, so super awesome guy. I love his channel. And I'm going to use this to simulate the solar panel, because the cool thing about this guy is that it can actually do 2 inputs at the exact same time for double the fun and double the charging rate. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here, the first one, I have the 8mm barrel plug that they use from Yeti. One of the cool things that I noticed is that this is the exact same 8mm barrel plug that Jackery uses on all of their stuff. So if you have any Jackery adapters or 8mm to like an MC4 for the solar adapters, it will work, which I thought was pretty cool. So let's go ahead and plug this one in. It just plugs in on the right side over here. Now, once you plug it in, it does take a few seconds, and then you'll hear the click as the relay engages. And it takes about like 15-20 seconds maybe. But once it does, it'll show up on the screen here, and then we'll get about 400 watts or so, 360, 400 right in there. So we'll see if this starts. There we go. I just heard it click on. Perfect. We're charging at 395 watts, so exactly as expected. And that's with their power brick. The little LED light on here will actually turn red. Let's see if I can actually show that here. Caught on everything. Little LED light right there. It'll go red when it's charging and then turn green when it's fully charged. So the next thing I want to test out is go ahead and, sorry for the jumble of wires here, all right, is this variable voltage power display. So down here I have 2 MC4 connectors, all right? This is just going to be adapted. This is going to simulate the solar that would come from outside. Right now I've got it set at 50.8 volts, and I'm sure that will drop as soon as I hook it up to start charging it. This thing's voltage range is anywhere from 35 to 150 volts. So it will definitely take pretty much whatever I can throw at it, up to 700 watts for solar. This will be maxed out, but I should be pretty good. It's kind of a cluster to get this to work, but they do provide all of the cables that you need. So we'll go, this is their MC4 to XD60 adapter. So we'll go ahead and plug this in, black to black. And the nice thing about MC4 connectors is you can't screw them up. They don't go in the wrong way. So there we go. Then what we will do is use the provided XD60 to 2-prong aviation plug. We're going to hook this in. All right. And this has a little red dot up on the top right there. I don't know if you can see that, but the collar just pulls back, it pushes right in, and it locks. So go ahead and lock this in, red dot to red dot, boom. And we'll see how long that takes in to kick in. And that one kicks in pretty damn quick. That one kicks in right away, and I'm at 510, about 505 to 515, about 510 watts of charging right now. So 500 plus 400, I'm almost about 900, almost 900 watts going into this thing right now from the dual sources. So that is awesome. That is kick ass. What that means is that once I have this hooked to my camper, and I've got 600 watts of solar on top, which is all I can fit, but the AC200P will turn on automatically when it detects a solar panel input. It will not do it for the adapter from a wall outlet, so you'll have to turn that on by itself, but that's not a big deal for me. I'm more concerned about the solar, that when I'm gone, if it is off and the solar kicks in, it'll automatically start charging. So that's a really good thing. But while I'm out charging it, or out in the camper, I'll be able to charge it via or just via the solar panel, and then if I really need to bump it up, I can bust out the generator and then use the power adapter from there. So I'm pretty excited. This should be fun. All right, let's do some load testing. Plug the solar input, and we are just going off of the adapter input. So right now we're getting about 387, I don't know if you can read that on the screen there, but 387 watts of input. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the AC. All right, it's showing it's not using any watts, which for the just to stand by the inverter on idle, I really doubt that, but it's probably negligible, whatever it is. I have a 1500 watt little ceramic heater here. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll go to fan only. Fan, and it doesn't, barely even uses any watts. It doesn't even register. I think that anything less than like 20 watts and it won't actually register on here. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but that's what I've been told. We will go to low. All right, now the heater's pulling about 864. See where it levels out here. 840, 30. It spikes a little bit as it heats up. Cool, so you can see that. 827 watts. Let's go to high here. This is a full 1500 watt heater running on a power bank, guys. This is awesome. The fan just kicked on. Sounds like about a computer, like a high-performance gaming computer, but that is not bad at all. And I think that's only because it just went over 1500 watts that it turns on. Let's see here. Once it settles out, we're settling about 1500 watts. Yeah, and that fan's right at about the 1500 watt mark output is when the fan's on the internal display here, the unit will turn on. So right now I am literally running a 1500 watt space heater portably on this bad boy. That's insane. That is absolutely crazy, guys. Wow. All right, let's check out the next thing. All right, now let's do the all-important cell phone test. And yes, I do have the new S21 Ultra. This is an awesome phone, and I absolutely love it. Let's see if you can... Hi. So, anyways, go ahead and turn on your DC. You can hear it click on. You have a 60 watt power delivery port here. Plug that in there. Plug this into the phone. And you have fast charging. Hell yeah. Now, can you do fast charging on the power delivery port and wireless? I don't think so, but we'll try. And no, it does not look like it. But let's go and try this. We'll unplug it here. Okay. Let's go ahead and set it on the wireless charger now that the DC is on. Boo-doot. And it's charging. That is pretty cool. Cool thing about the AC200 is you get 2 wireless charging ports. Cool. This thing is becoming more and more awesome the more I play with it. In addition to that, like I said, you've also got a locking 12 volt marine grade
cigarette adapter, so 12 volt 10 amp. You've got a couple of your standard 12 volt 3 amp barrel plug connectors, and these are just the 5.5 millimeter standard barrel connectors. 60 watt power delivery port, USB type C. You have two standard USB 5 volt 3 amps. That would have been really nice had they actually included some like Qualcomm or IQ something, a quick charge in there, but yeah, it is what it is. In addition to that, you have three AC outlets, the 110 volt, and this will go up to 2,000 watts, and all of them can take the ground ports as well. So that is pretty kick-ass, and we are still charging. So
all right, you guys want to see the ultimate test of an inverter? Let's see if we can actually weld with it. This is a Lincoln ProMig 140, so it's a 110 volt welder, and we are going to see if we can actually weld this together, or at least make some spots, or just kind of see what happens. So yeah, let's test it out. Mind you, there's nothing going in on the input. This is purely the Bluetti AC200P running this welder. So, well, let's see how it works. Woo! Wow. It definitely struggled. It really did struggle to keep up. And I think what we were getting was about 2,400 watts. Let me see again. I was looking at it before. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's try it. But let me just try to run a quick bead on here without looking at it. I just want to see how much we're pulling on here. Let's see. 17, 26. We've peaked out at 26, so probably shouldn't be using it for this, but just the fact that this thing could actually weld, it can actually run a welder, that's insane. Look at this. I'm gonna turn it off here. Now, obviously, you're not gonna be making, trail repairs with this thing at all, but dude, it did weld it. That's crazy. The AC200P was actually able to handle a welder. That's crazy. Now, I would not suggest going out and trying to use this thing full time. It definitely struggled with it. You could tell it was kind of surging on and off a little bit there. But if it was a super dire situation and like you're out in the middle of nowhere and you got this thing and a welder on you, I guess, you might be able to get away with like some spot welding to just try to get something done. You could also do the whole, two batteries in series and get the 24 volts and short them with the stick. That's another thing that I've seen people do. I personally haven't done that, but just an option. Like, I mean, if it was dire, you probably could weld a few things up. It would struggle. You might burn out your inverter, but just the simple fact that I was able to at least run like a 2-inch, about a 2-inch bead with a decent weld, that's insane. I've never seen a power bank that's actually able to do that. But we were peaking it out at like 2,600 watts, and it would come straight back down, so to about 1,700 when it was actually running a little bit. But that's insane. So far, I definitely give this power bank a huge thumbs up. It is meeting all of the expectations and more that I've been wanting. Is it going to last in the long term? I don't know. Only time will tell, but I've seen a lot of good reviews. I know other people have had problems with these things. Man, so far this thing is actually looking good, guys. I'm really excited to get this thing in the camper. That will be in the upcoming videos that I have. Will be showing me installing this bad boy in there, testing it out, and putting it to use with the solar to see how it works. So, hope you guys like what I'm showing you. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like these videos. And I will continue to bring you some more cool stuff if I can, all right? All right, talk to you later, guys. Deuces.